Well, a hard-fought game today at Viejas. You know, Cal spurted out ahead of us. We got ahead 14 early in the second half. I just like the toughness and the grit of my team to fight back and put themselves in the lead, and unfortunately we couldn't hold it. I told them in the first time out, you know, when they spurted on us that we have to have a level of toughness and grit about us. You know, the crowd will respond if you just play hard. You don't have to make all the perfect plays. Just go out there and show them you're playing hard and competing at a higher level. So we picked up our ball pressure. We got in the ball harder. We doubled some ball screens. And it was a case of our defense getting us going offensively a little bit. I think we all know if you shoot 6 for 28 from 3, you're not going to win a lot of games against a zone. And so I know a lot of people will be, well, you got to get the ball inside. Well, when you're shooting 6 for 28, they're not letting you throw the ball inside. They're pretty packed back in there. And the thing I'll say about the shots, they were from the people I wanted shooting them. They didn't go in. Devin Watson was 0 for 6. Max Montana was 1 for 7. Trey Kell was 1 for 4 from 3. The only one that really shot it well was Matt Mitchell. He was 3 for 6. So at some level, if people are going to zone you all game, you have to make some open shots. And I thought we missed some open shots. I think in particular, maybe it was a 3-point game, and we had a fantastic possession that ended in a missed shot. But I thought we were playing the right way. We had 20 baskets, 15 of them assisted. So we moved the ball. But unfortunately, not enough went in. I think Cal hurt us rebounding. We knew that was a possibility. They were 3-1 coming into the game today when they led the opponent in rebounding, and they out-rebounded us. They rebound because they're so big, and a lot of what they run, they have a post standing underneath the basket on a shot. And so they just kind of muscled over and grabbed a few over the top of us. So I thought the guards needed to do a better job, maybe working their way in there and try to help the bigs out by knocking one loose out of their hands. But I like the fight in my team. I told them after the game that I told them, win or lose, I was going to say this to you, and I've been saying this to you. The next 12 days before our next game will determine how good we're going to be as a team. And I said I would have delivered that same message had we won a close game. So we obviously have work to do. Every team in the country does. But I like my team. I like how hard they're working. They're supposed to be disappointed over this game. I'm disappointed. But we have to move on, and we have 12 days to get ready for a very good Gonzaga team on the 21st. And we will be ready to respond and use these days to our advantage.
I know on one hand it seems silly to look so far ahead, but just the history of San Diego State in the last couple of years in the NCAA tournament, when you have these resume games, when it's a Power 5 team, and you let one of those away just because of what you went through the last couple of years, especially 2 years ago as a program, how damaging can a day in December like this be down the road potentially?
Yeah, when you're trying to get a resume built, it's always harder if you're a non-Power 5 conference. So, and we're no different than anybody else in our league. I mean, Nevada has played a wonderful season, but they got beat by Texas Tech and TCU back-to-back in resume-type games. So they're hard. Boise got a win at Oregon. That's a nice resume win for them. But the thing that we can't do, and I refuse to do, is obsess over games in the non-conference and let our kids get depressed because, oh, my goodness, we're losing ground on the NCAA tournament. You know, our charge is just to get better as a team. And when the season's over, then the resume will be what the resume is going to be. So I don't sit there and obsess over every game like you can sometimes where you're trying to build one. Now, if you win those games, you're obviously feeling great about yourself. But I'm not going to let the team or myself get too high or low when it comes to resume building. You know, we played a hard schedule. We scheduled a tough non-league games, and we let a couple opportunities slip away. We've won some good games, but the only thing I can control is our level of play and how good we're going to get. And so that's what my charge is not to look at what slipped away, but what lies ahead, and that's what I'm trying to do.
And flipping that script a little bit, how much benefit can you get out of a game like this where you got emotional and there was, you know, a lot of that going on and it was back and forth, and I mean, experience in those kind of games, how much can that benefit you?
Yeah, every time you play, you've got to learn from it, win or lose. And so as coaches, obviously, you look at more issues when you lose. You try to micromanage everything and look at every mistake like it's the end of the world. So we can't do that. We have to look at film from a win and a loss and look at it the same way and just try to make good basketball plays. So there'll be things to learn from this game. I mean, we have been zoned 10 possessions all year, and we got zoned for 40 minutes a day. So that's every team in the country. And it happens everywhere. You don't misunderstand us. I'm not alibiing it, but, everybody's susceptible to losing a game. And when you're Notre Dame and you win the Maui Invitational and you come home and lose to Ball State, or when you're Florida and you win a double overtime game to Gonzaga, and then you come home and lose to Loyola of Chicago, there's a lot of good teams out here. And it's any given night, as they would say. That's the cliche. If a team gets hot and they play well, anybody can be beaten. And that's the beauty of college basketball, that you have to bring it every night or every afternoon, or you have a chance to end up on the losing end. And that's why I love this game so much.
Dutch, you played maybe the biggest team you played all year, and they went with two bigs for large parts of the game. And yet you only played Rooks 8 minutes. What was the thought behind it?
I just thought, looking back, maybe I should have used Cam a little bit more. I didn't think he was moving in the offense that well. I thought he was rolling back and forth a little bit with the ball in the zone. I want him to work one block and duck in, and so I thought maybe his concentration wasn't what it needed to be. But you can always look back. Looking back the way we shot the ball, I'm wishing I would have played Jordan Shackle more, because he can make shots. So it's always hindsight. It's looking back and saying, I wish I would have done this, or maybe I should have tried that, but that's coaching. So I thought the guys that I had out there, including Cam, gave everything they had and played as hard as they could, and just came out on the short end of it today.
When you had, your leading scorer, Watson, struggling, and Trey's a little bit hurt and not playing as well as he has at times, and Max isn't hitting shots, how important did that kind of illustrate when you need Jeremy HEMSLEY? And I know he had 5 turnovers, but what did you see out of him, and do you see his role changing?
I thought Jeremy played really hard on the defensive end again. I wish he would have cleaned up a few of the turnovers, and he'll be the first to say how bad he feels about it. But he's got to, as a junior, make more timely plays for us. It's hard. Even the last shot. We try to race the ball up the floor with 7 seconds and try to get Devin into a gap and kick. Because there's no ball screen going to be at that point against his zone, trying to penetrate in there with a rebounder down low, and they did a good job of playing that little handoff with Jeremy, and we got a shot up, and I wish it would have gone in, but we didn't have enough time to tip it in. So every game has a different dynamic and flow to it, and we did enough to win this game. That's what I want our kids to know. We played hard enough at the defensive end. We made enough really important plays to take the lead, to come from 14 behind. But it all goes for naught when you lose, and you get obsessed over the outcome, which is what we get paid to do, to win games. So I don't want them to lose sight of how hard they fought and the things they did to come back and put themselves in a position to win the game. We can build upon those sort of things. And so that's what I want to do.
Blake, what in your mind was the difference down the stretch? Did anything stand out to you in terms of the last few minutes?
No, I feel like we kind of made some mistakes on the defensive end towards the last stretch of the game that kind of hurt us. But besides that, just offensive rebounds. That's what got us at the beginning and got them going. Everything else is on us.
Jeremy, your thoughts closing minutes of the game, how it went?
I think if we take away the turnovers, it would have been a different situation. I had maybe 4 or 5, and then I had one right there in that last stretch that just, I guess, it took away from us, I guess, offensively, because I turned the ball over right there. So I think that's what stood out. But overall, I think everybody played hard. Of course, we made some mistakes out there, and it sucks to lose to the 3rd Pac-12 team of the season. But like I said, I think it was just turnovers, and especially me, I got to be way better with the ball.
What was the option 1 or option 2 in that last possession? I know it broke down when the ball was loose for a minute, and you had to kind of chuck it up. What was the plan there?
It was more of a drive and kick look, but they had double Devin right there in the corner, so I tried to go behind him, but and then I missed Malik on the left wing, but all I saw was 2 seconds on the clock. So, but I think I could have hit him. Maybe look at the film, and I think I could have hit him. But yeah, I think the look right there was just for driving kick, and we didn't get the good look that we wanted.
This loss probably pretty much wipes you out for an at-large berth in the NCAA tournament. How much of that weighs on you going forward, and does it change your focus in the season, knowing that your season probably comes down?
We just focus game by game, to be honest. It's really, we can just control what we can control. Can't really, think too far in the future. It's my last year, so I don't want to do that. So I'll leave it at that.
Malik, a lot of you hear in sports and they say it's getting chippy, and there was some of that going on in that game. But what was it like? I mean, it started to seem to ramp up in those ways after that you guys got tangled under the basket and there was the kick. I guess first of all, what happened in that sequence, and then what did it feel like the rest of the game?
It's just physical, a lot of emotions. He's a chippy player, which is expected. There's none taken from him. I can only respect it. But yeah, got a little kick down there, a little retaliation by me, which is just a mental breakdown that hurt us. But it wasn't really anything serious. I was hoping we got the ball, but stuff happens.
Anything else?
Just one quick question about their zone. It was kind of unorthodox the way the bottom wings came so high. What did you guys do well enough against that?
I would say that sometimes we settled, just taking more threes than we needed to. I think we could have done a better job of just attacking the zone, just going at the gaps in the zone. So I think that was something we could have did better for sure, just not taking as many threes.
Maybe Jeremy, one more. Earlier in the year, you weren't getting as many minutes, but it was clear that they needed you today, and that confidence. How have you managed that confidence as your role has changed over the course of the season?
I mean, it's hard. It's you go from being a starter for however many years, and then your role changes real fast, so it's hard. But I think I went through a stretch where my confidence was down, but I think that would happen to anybody after a certain amount of years of starting and then coming off the bench. But as of now, I'm just trying to stay positive, and just whenever I do come in the game, I just try to be that spark and just try to let the game come to me and just go at whoever I'm guarding.
Malik, you scored the first 13 points of the game. What was your mentality coming out?
Just play the game, stay aggressive, play for my teammates, and somehow it just, started opening baskets. They were flaring out. Just worked out. Just stayed aggressive and played with a mind, IQ, I should say.
Did you guys miss Trey out there in the second half?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that was probably a big difference in the game. TK going down. But we still got to come and pull through and get the W at the end of the day for his behalf and for our team's behalf. So, no disrespect to TK, but he shouldn't be an excuse for us taking a loss tonight.